She was being pulled by the arm before she even understood what was happening. "Amara, come now. Come and dance," her cousin shouted over the loud music, laughing too loudly as if it was all a joke. Amara stumbled in her heels, her emerald dress tightening around her waist as she was dragged into the center of the wedding hall. Hundreds of eyes turned toward her instantly. The music shifted, the MC noticed the moment, and the crowd started cheering like something entertaining was about to happen. "Ladies and gentlemen," the MC boomed, "let's celebrate our beautiful single ladies." The crowd screamed with excitement. Amara froze. She already knew what was coming. A circle formed around her and two other unmarried women. The married women clapped from their seats like spectators at a show. Someone handed her a bouquet she didn't ask for. A camera light flashed in her face. "Smile," someone yelled. Amara forced her lips upward, but her eyes didn't move. The MC leaned into the microphone again. "So tell us, when are we eating rice at your own wedding?" The crowd laughed. Amara's smile cracked slightly, but she kept it together. She had learned over the years that reacting only made it worse. Then came the voice from behind her, loud, sharp, familiar. "You are still here," an aunt called out. At your age, the laughter got louder. Something inside Amara tightened, like a rope being pulled too hard for too long. But she didn't speak. She just nodded politely and stepped out of the circle when they finally released her. As she walked back to her seat, she could hear the whispers following her. "Beautiful girl like this, maybe she is too selective. Time is going." That night, when the event finally ended, Amara sat alone in her car outside the hall for a long time. The engine was off. Her makeup was slightly smudged. Her phone kept vibrating with messages from relatives posting pictures of the wedding. She didn't open them. Instead, she pulled out a small tripod hidden in her glove compartment and set it carefully on the dashboard. This was not for social media. Not for anyone else. It was for her. She pressed record. Her voice came out slower than she expected. I don't even know anymore," she said quietly. "Everyone keeps asking me the same question. Why am I still single?" She paused, swallowing. "No one asks if I am okay being alone. No one asks if I chose this or if I just survived it." A tear slipped down her cheek before she could stop it. Then she wiped it quickly and turned off the camera. Before we continue, if you're watching this story right now, don't forget to subscribe, like this video, and comment where you are watching from. Because this story might feel like fiction, but for someone, it is reality. Back inside her apartment later that night, Amara kicked off her shoes and walked barefoot into the quiet space. The silence was heavy, like it had weight. She opened her fridge, stared at it without seeing anything, then closed it again. Her phone rang. "Mummy calling." She hesitated before answering. "Yes, Mummy." The voice on the other end was warm but sharp underneath. "Amara, I hope you enjoyed yourself today. Did you see your cousin's wedding?" "Yes, Mummy." "And you? When are we planning yours?" Amara closed her eyes. "Mummy, I'm tired." A pause. "Tired of what? Men are everywhere." Amara sat down slowly on the kitchen floor. "It's not that simple." Her mother sighed loudly. "Your younger cousins are getting married. People are talking. Do you want them to think something is wrong with you?" Amara didn't answer, because anything she said would become another weapon. After the call ended, she stayed on the floor for a long time. Then she stood up and walked into her room. That was where she kept it, a small hidden camera. She placed it on her bedside table and sat in front of it. This was her real diary, not the version people saw, the real one. She pressed record again. "I tried," she said softly. "I really tried to be what people wanted. I tried to be patient. I tried to be understanding. I tried to wait." Her voice cracked. "But I am tired of waiting for a life that keeps telling me I am late." She stopped there, breathing unevenly. Then she turned it off and wiped her face. Unknown to her, that night would change everything. The next morning at work, Amara walked into the office looking composed. Pencil skirt, white blouse, hair neatly packed. Nobody would ever guess what she recorded the night before. Her colleague, Sandra, rushed toward her with her phone in hand. "Amara, have you seen this?" Amara frowned. "Seen what?" Sandra hesitated. "Just look." She turned the phone. A wedding picture. Amara's heart slowed before her brain caught up. She took the phone. And there he was, Tunde, in traditional attire, standing beside a younger woman in a wedding photo. The caption read, "Finally, a wife worthy of our family." Amara stared at it without blinking. Sandra whispered. I thought you knew. But Amara wasn't listening anymore. Her ears were ringing. Her hands felt distant. 6 years. 6 years of wait for me. 6 years of my family is complicated. 6 years of her supporting him emotionally, financially, believing that love was just delayed, and now this. She stood up slowly. I need air, she said, and walked out of the office. She didn't stop walking until she reached the restroom. Then she locked herself inside and gripped this so tightly her knuckles turned white. Her reflection stared back at her, not crying yet, just empty. Then the tears came, not loud, not dramatic, just silent collapse, she whispered. So I was never the one. That was when her phone buzzed, a message from Tunde. Please, let's talk. She didn't reply, but later that evening, she found herself standing outside his apartment anyway. Rain was falling hard over Lagos, soaking her hair, her clothes, everything. He opened the door slowly, like he already knew. Amara, she pushed past him inside. 6 years, she said. He closed the door behind her. I can explain. Explain what? Her voice rose for the first time. Explain the wedding, or explain why I had to find out like a stranger? He looked away. My mother, she never accepted you. Amara laughed once. It wasn't humor. It was disbelief breaking through pain. So you married someone else because your mother said I'm not good enough. It's not like that. Then, what is it like? She snapped. He ran a hand through his hair. You're strong, Amara. You're independent. You don't need anyone. My family, they wanted someone softer. Amara stepped closer. So I was too strong to be loved? He didn't answer quickly enough. That silence was the answer. Her voice dropped. Do you even hear yourself? He finally looked at her. I still care about you. Amara shook her head slowly. No, she said. You cared about what was easy for you. She turned and walked out. He didn't follow. Outside, the rain felt colder than before. That night, she didn't sleep. She just recorded. Again and again and again, her diary became the only place she told the truth. Days passed, then weeks. She stopped going out, stopped answering calls. The office noticed her absence, but nobody pushed too hard. In Lagos, people only check on you when it is convenient. One night, she recorded a video that changed everything. She was exhausted, eyes swollen, hair undone. I don't know who I am supposed to be anymore, she said into the camera. I did everything right. I worked, I loved, I waited, and still, I am here. She paused. If being strong means being alone, then maybe I was never strong. Maybe I was just left behind and called strong so it sounds better. She turned off the camera without saving properly and left it there. By morning, it was online. Someone had uploaded it. At first, she didn't know. Then the phone started buzzing. Hundreds of messages. Then thousands. Sandra called first. Amara, your video is everywhere. What video? The diary, it's viral. Amara sat down slowly. She opened social media. Her face, her voice, her pain everywhere. Women were commenting. This is me. I thought I was alone. I'm crying watching this. But others were harsh. She's bitter. Women like her scare men away. Marriage is not by force. Amara dropped the phone. Her breathing became shallow. No, she whispered. No, no, no. She tried deleting everything she could find. But it was too late. It had already spread. That evening, her mother came to her apartment without calling first. She walked in quietly and saw Amara sitting on the floor, staring at nothing. For a moment, neither of them spoke. Then her mother sat beside her. I saw it, she said softly. Amara didn't respond. I am sorry. Amara finally looked at her. You're sorry? Her mother nodded slowly. I pushed you because I was afraid. I didn't want you to end up like me, waiting, being judged, being called names. Amara's voice shook. So you taught me to fear the same thing you feared, silence. Then her mother said something that broke both of them. I taught you that a woman must be chosen, because I never learned that she can choose herself. Amara covered her face and cried, properly this time. No hiding, no control, just everything coming out. Before we continue, if this story is touching you, like this video, subscribe, and comment I choose myself, so we know you made it this far. Weeks later, invitations started coming in. Talk shows, women's conferences, podcasts. At first, she refused. Then one day, she accepted. She stood on a stage in Lagos facing a full audience. Quiet, calm, different. I used to think being alone meant I was failing, she said. But I realize now, I was just being prepared to find my voice. The room went silent. I am not a warning story. I am not a pity story. I am a truth story. Applause started slowly, then grew louder. Later that night, she returned home. She placed the small camera on her table again. But this time, she didn't cry. She smiled slightly. "Diary entry," she said softly. "I finally understand something. I am not late. I am just beginning." She pressed stop, and for the first time in a long time, she slept peacefully. The end.